What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy back with another one. Guys, in today's video, this one's gonna be a bit tricky, right? Because, dude, I I'd like to say I underestimated, or I didn't know any better, or I wasn't well informed, and my research, well, wasn't quite on point. You see, because in today's topic, man, I'm talking about Fela Kuti. Dude, Fela Kuti. People. Oh, oh, wow. Wow, wow. Okay, there, man. Dude, there's this Nigerian singer, right? And his name is Fela Kuti. Now, Fela Kuti is regarded as Nigeria's Nigeria's biggest and most famous musician, right? And Fela was well known throughout the world, right? And I didn't know, right? I knew that Fela was famous in Nigeria, but I didn't know that Fela was famous throughout the world. Now, why didn't I know this? Okay, so let me start at the beginning, all right? Let me start at the beginning. Ah, before I start at the beginning, let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below, right? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we family, right? Hello. Okay, guys, so Fela Kuti, according to what I knew, right, was famous in West Africa because I asked many South Africans, old and young and old, if they knew Fela Kuti, and they didn't. Did they know any songs by Fela Kuti? No, they didn't. I asked my parents, who were born in the 40s, and if they knew Fela Kuti. They said no. I asked the neighbor, who's also born in the 40s, if she knew Fela Kuti. She said no. So I'm like, okay, maybe they're not into music, so they don't know Fela Kuti, right? Who's Fela Kuti? They don't know Fela Kuti. So I'm like, okay, is he only a West African artist? So I did my research and I found out that no, he was not just a West African artist. He was actually a global artist. So I decided to dig for myself. And lo and behold, I found a documentary on Fela Kuti. And it shocked me at what I found. But then it didn't exactly shock me to the core because I wasn't totally off the mark when it came to Fela because Fela wasn't exactly your typical Grammy award winning. Hello, how are you? Fine, thank you. Fela wasn't your typical pop one to win a Grammy type of an artist. No, Fela wasn't that type of an artist, right? Fela actually sang about himself, but then he sang about things that were personal to him in the beginning, right? But at the same time, Fela then felt that the government needed to be addressed. Get it? He was disillusioned. He was so he felt so disenfranchised by his government. He felt like his people were being forsaken by the government. And so Fela then became an activist. Fela was not interested in the whole pop Grammy award winning thing. Nah, that wasn't his thing. So Fela became an activist. So Fela was an activist more because of his gift through music more than anything else, right? Fela wanted to use his music to to spark um, to spark to spark change in Nigeria, to highlight the plight of the Nigerians in his music. He wanted to highlight that in his music, right? But for some reason, I don't understand why they keep saying that Fela is a. I don't understand why they keep saying that Fela is a. Uh, I mean, I do get it that he's Nigeria's famous musician because of that, right? But I don't understand why they class. You cannot. Where I feel the Nigerians are going wrong, where I really feel the Nigerians are going wrong is because they class Fela in the same category as your Burna Boys, your Wizkid, your Davidos. I like to say Davido though. Your Davido, and it's nah, dude, it's not right. It's not correct. Fela Kuti, Fela Kuti is yeah, he's the father of Afrobeats. I know for that for a fact. He is the father of Afrobeats. He invented Afrobeats. I get that, right? I totally get it. He invented that thing. But Fela wasn't a pop star. He was not a pop star. He was a star. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. He was a mega superstar, right? Mega superstar. But more importantly, Fela was an activist. And it was very evident in his fight with the law. He was evident in his music that he did not like what the government was doing and the way the government was treating the people. It was evident, right? So to look at Fela as a pop star and not as an activist is disingenuous of the Nigerians to do that. So the Nigerians make this mistake of placing Fela in the exact same league as the pop stars. And Fela was not a pop star. Or at least he may have wanted to start off as a pop star. But his music then took a turn towards activism. I mean, I'm not saying Burna Boy and Whiskey, they don't have any activist music. I'm not saying they don't have songs that talk to the plight of Nigerians. I'm not saying that. But their primary goal is to win Grammys. That's what they there for. Whereas his primary goal wasn't to win any Grammys. I mean, dude, Fela Kuti made songs that are 22 minutes long, almost like 30 minutes long. One song. I'm talking about one song. One song like 22 minutes, 30 minutes long. One song, bro. One song. I mean, gee whiz, can you believe that? I mean, does Burna Boy make music that's that one or that long? 30 minutes, 22 minutes, one song. And you want to say that Fela Kuti is a pop artist? No, he's not. He was an activist. He may have started off as a pop star, but in the end, he was not. You know what I mean? So, is he a legend? Of course. I mean, gee, Fela was in Southern Africa. Fela is not known that much. You know, he was global. I think Fela became more known, and I think the white audiences that would be in his crowd. I think he was more known by activists. And the people that attended these shows, the people that attended his funeral, and people that attended his were like your Paul McCartney, senior, respected Western musicians, people that were into music, people that really understood how music works, So if you were a musician, and in particular, if you really liked rhythm and beat and you liked activist music, then I think Fela really fell deep into that genre, you know? I think Fela was more political. He was more of a Tupac than he was of a Burna Boy or a Whiskey or a Davido, you know? So for Billboard magazine and for Rolling magazine, Rolling Stone magazine, to put Fela in a category of saying, oh, the best Afro. I mean, okay, his music is Afrobeat, but there has to be a sub-genre because his music was like no other. You cannot, for the life of me, you cannot compare Fela to any other Afrobeat artist. It's just not the same. It's not. And I totally get it that his music falls under Afrobeats because he created it. He's the one who created their genre. He's the father of Afrobeats. But what type of Afrobeats are we talking about now? Because at the end of the day, the subject matter and the goal and the aim of most of these stars and artists is not the same as with what Fela was on about. Fela was not looking for Grammy Awards. Fela was not looking to be this global superstar and fashion icon. And no, Fela had an agenda. Fela wanted to bring the government down. Fela wanted to change things politically. He wanted to bring change to his country through his music, through his activism. He was defiant. You telling me that all the other Afrobeat stars are on the same trajectory that Fela was on? That would be a lie. That would be ingenious. Fela was higher than that. He was in a league of his own. You cannot tell me that Fela Kuti was singing about bling things. He may have started off singing those such personal songs in the beginning, but towards the end, he was political. He was not a pop star. He was not at all. He was a political activist. If Fela was around today, I can promise you that Fela would have either transformed, he could have become a politician of note. That's without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? That's without a doubt, to be honest, because the messaging had changed. The tonality in his music had changed from the beginning. It had totally changed. The aim and the goal had totally changed. So what he was now aiming for and what he was now looking to do in the future was totally political. It had nothing to do with Grammy Award shows. It had nothing to do with anything that people were now trying to compare him with these up and coming Afro artists or these now rising stars. Totally wrong. So I feel that on the Nigerian part, on the Nigerian people's part, to say Fela Kuti is it's Afro beats. I totally get it that he did Afro beats. I mean, he invented it, like I said. But dude, there has to be a sub-genre of Afro beats that Fela fits into in a league, in a class of his own, because he made Afro beats like no other. They don't. Burna Boy doesn't have a 22-minute long song. Whiskey doesn't have a 22-minute long song. Guys, come on, come on. And let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. You have to be really, really musically inclined for you to listen to Fela Kuti's type of music. Because if you just those quick 4 minute, 5 minute songs, then guys, come on, Fela's music is not for you, right? So let me know what you think about this topic. Was I on the money? Did I miss it? You know? Because for me, I was just shocked that I've never heard a Fela song on the radio. I've never seen a Fela video on TV. I mean, and I'm talking like I've known first time I ever, first time, first time I ever knew of a music video. First music video I think I ever saw was I think Michael Jackson's back when he was still like 5, 7 years old. I think it was like about 1983, 1982, I think, 1980. I think I was 5 years old. And I remember seeing, and we still had black and white TVs those days, and I just saw this Michael Jackson. And when the first rap song I ever heard in my life was LL Cool J. I think that was back in 85, 86. I think it was like, that was the first hip hop video I ever saw. And my music knowledge goes way back, you know? I mean, I know of Barry White. I know of Barry White. I know Teddy Pendergrass. I know the, the OJs. Guys, I've heard these people, I've seen these videos. Oh, no, I'm talking on TV. You know, I'm not saying the things that you search on Google. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about these songs that were played on TV. And I've never heard or seen a Fela Kuti video. I never heard a Fela song on the radio. Maybe the Nigerians took one of his old classics and they remixed it and then I don't know. Maybe they did that. Maybe that's the only way I would have heard a Fela song. But there was someone else remixing it. But I've never. So, for Rolling Stone magazine to come out and say that Fela is Nigeria's most famous musician, true, I agree to that. I totally agree to that. He is undoubtedly Nigeria's most famous musician. I grant it to them. I give them that. I give him that, right? But they must be specific and say what type of musician Fela was. Because Fela was not a pop musician. He was an activist. He then became an activist because his music was aimed mainly at the government and at the people of Nigeria. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe I'm wrong, but that's the feeling and that's what I got from watching this documentary, that Fela was more political activist through his music than he was just musician. Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Was I on the money or did I totally miss the mark? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we family, right? Holla.